Yeah, boy. How we doing there, Stevie? That Jake Smithers, if you're still there, so you were there. First in there, Smithers, you batty fish. Just about made it there. Swear down. Been on golf ball hunting, haven't I? It was a bad idea, that. When you got stuff to do, I get carried away, like. Totally carried away. Yes, A and B, how you doing, mate? Any strange noises will be coming from the dog. Just gets a little bit excited there. Yeah, I've literally got in 5 minutes ago. I had to go to the shop and get some refreshments. Apologies as well, guys. Apologies for yesterday's live. I did set it up. I shouldn't have really done it because I knew I had a feeling I might have to go out, like something came up. So it's not very often I do that. Not very often I set one up, you don't do it. Like, what's everyone up to then, anyway? What we're all doing? Yeah, it might take me a while getting there. Sure, I have to go for a little while. So I've just come in and stuck the golf on there. You all get practice rounds as well, you know. So they've all been in Liverpool. I don't know where. Well, Liverpool is full of the world's top golfers, isn't it? Yes, Tyrone, how you doing, matey? Big up yourself there, Tyrone. Yeah, Liverpool's full of the top golfers in the world now. Got to be staying somewhere, haven't they? If they play well, then they'll be here till Sunday now. And they've been here for the last few days as well. There's some talent on the green there. Looks like it's open for spectators as well. It's decent. If you haven't been somewhere near it, usually on the west coast where the wind is, you can tell it's windy there and see the flag blowing. There's Rory on the tee there. Rory's on the green there. Rory's one to watch out for, like. Just won last week as well in Scotland as well. That's what they say, don't they? But somebody famous said that, didn't they? Somebody famous said that. Can't remember who it was, but no, man. One of them, innit? You know, like say you had to walk to the shop and it was like 3/4 of a mile up the road. You're like, can't believe you asked to take the car. But if you're playing golf, you hit a golf ball 3/4 of a mile up the road. You just go and get it, don't you? It's crazy, man. Yeah, did everyone get a notification for this as well? Because I won't do that again either. Set one up. I set this up last week, didn't I? Get carried away. But it's way down on your, when you go on your channel, it's like way down the lives if you've done any in between. So and I know the notifications are a bit shit lately. Yeah, man, I think the closest fella to me is a fella from Hartlepool called Graham Storm, Storm. And not so long back, did all right. He won a competition on the tour. And once you win on the tour, you're basically laughing, you know, that's your money. That's you covered for the whole year, like, got enough money to travel around the world. I haven't heard from him for a long time, Graham Storm. Yeah, it's mad when you actually go to when you actually go to the Open. I think when I went, the last time I went was True when John Daly won. I've just seen John Daly on there, massive beard and that. No, that was St Andrew. Sorry, True, which I believe is where Eddie lives. Little Eddie Hearn. Chris Masters is up there. There's another fella up there as well, isn't there? But when you go, I think it was £40 when I went. You pay £40. Basically, you can walk anywhere. Follow your favourite golfer. Follow him around the whole round. If you're lucky, you might get a high five. That's the one. Ian's listening. Yeah, there's a few of them from Troon, isn't it? Looks like they're having a little practice round now. Rory's just his t-shirt there, right behind it. Anyone else who's watching on Sky? It's live now. You can see the sun's out, but it changes. The weather change. That's what it's all about. It's all about weather. Change from day to day. That wind coming off it's the Atlantic, isn't it? He just did 2 balls off the tee there. Little bugger. Here he is. Popping my Lamborghini Gallardo. You know what, mate? I'm all right at the minute, actually. My car's similar colour to that Lambo. Me and Louise were having a little. Well, has anyone else got Sky on? Sky Sports Golf. Lovely view there. But Lambo, last night, me and Louise were having a little conflab about who's Lambo. I have no idea. Well, but you like to play that. Where is Kenny anyway? Being Beale. Where's Kenny? So the dog's just trying to piss me off now by eating her blanket. Honestly. Never known a dog like it, man. She will eat anything. But Lambo seen you in a few chats last night, or definitely one anyway. Yeah, what's happened to Kenny, Ian Beale? I seen Masters. Masters was about last night as well, you know. Or it might have been this morning anyway. Oh, mate. You know what? Big Jet TV was great, man, the other day. From Heathrow, it was windy as fuck, right? But he'd moved his camera position. Yeah, moved his camera position, right? So basically, it felt like you could just grab hold of like the 747. It was like right over his head. Giving it all this. All right, calm down, calm down. There's Shirley there. How are you doing, Shirls? Hope you're all right, mate. What's Phil saying here about parties? I haven't even had time to like shave or anything, man. Nah. So I've had another trip over to Middlesbrough today, back to the homeland. I tell you why, because I used to live next door to a pub. When I was in Middlesbrough, I was practically next door to a pub. And they had a big car park, yeah. The people just used to use the car park. It was for the pub, but people used to just use the car park. park the cars and go to work, like the shops over the road. Anyway, they got wise to it, and they put some, you know, you have to pay for your park ticket, pay and display. So anyway, because me and Louise were doing a lot of trips backwards and forwards from Middlesbrough to Durham, she parked in there one day, didn't get a ticket or anything, just got a letter through the door a couple of weeks ago, £100 fine for not buying a ticket in the pub. So I went over there, I had to go over and sort that out. It's worth it though, for 100 quid in it. Yes, Leo, how you doing, matey? I might have to get that glasses here then. Just about to see this. Nice tracky. Hey. Did you see them shorts, Phil? You're lucky I didn't put your name in them, fella. Did you see them with the dodgy behaviour in? That fella with the dodgy shell suit. It was a full Monty shell suit, top and bottoms. Definitely a scout side. You know what, Phil? If it was my car, right, that's exactly what I would have done. If it was my car, I would have sacked that, like. I would have just blanket ignore it, you know. But it was Louise's car. It's not I sorted it out anyway. It's all sorted now. I already pulled up and go to the co-op, but every time I pull up there, something happens in that when I'm in that spot. So there's this geezer in full Monty shell suit from probably the early 90s. And he had a kid's or a lady's bike just like dumped. But he had that mad hat on, didn't he? Someone said it was like a mullet hat for a mullet. But yeah, he was just enjoying a nice ice cream, enjoying the village life. You know what, Ian, right? You know that word smashing, you don't hear it. Absolutely smashing word, that, you know, smashing word. I think I might start saying it all the time. Anyway. When people say, how are you doing? Say, absolutely smashing, you know. What's going on with that avatar? Mixing his avatar up there, like, trying to confuse us. Oh, it's absolutely, the heavens have opened. Heavens have opened. Big shout out to Danny G, who's entertained me there this morning again. Another 18 holes. 18 holes live, and his wife there, Tony, ever present there, camera woman Tony, bringing us the shots. Danny G bringing us the golf and, you know, the breakdown of every shot and that. What's the word for it? You know, when you can't miss something viewing, isn't it? It's essential viewing, folks. Absolutely essential. So guys. Sorry about this, guys. He's back, and did you see his video he did? My God. Did you see it? Did you see Pablo's video? Had that like jumping on that bandwagon, didn't he? What the hell, Pabs? Get a grip, mate. Here he is. Did you catch any of it this morning? Okay. There's 18 holes round, what was it called? He's in Torquay, or Devon, one of them is in Torquay on his holiday. It was a funny name, the course this morning, but it was a championship course, you know. It was a really hard course, championship. Danny's absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. They had 9 par 3s. I don't know what championship course has 9 par 3s. Yeah. He's getting that way, any man. I mean, what the hell? If whoever's advising him, like, don't even know where he is out. Yes, my mate. How are you doing? Get up there. I haven't seen you for the last few lads, right? You might have been there, you know. I'm just like, not saying that. I always notice you don't have that pink one. Ms. TT. I know who that is, you know. Good afternoon, Ms. TT. I know who that is, and I can't think now. Big shout out to Louise there, was at work. She might be watching, or she should probably chip in. I've got no hate or anything for Danny. He entertains us, like, but his golf pattern is just unbelievable. So some bloke in his chat donated him £20 before his round today, which is equals to 40 press ups. But he said he would do them later because, you know, he was in the golf mode. So this fella who donated him £20 had given him a tip last night and told him something about swing and, you know, give him a few tips. So he took them tips onto the course this morning. So every time he hit a good shot, it was this bloke, because of this bloke's advice. But every time he hit a bad shot, that bloke was getting the play. He was like, I don't normally play like this. You know, I'm not really trying today. And the next hole, really trying today. Fucking hilarious one. Oi, Savaloy, Mick Johnson in the house, in the house, in the house. I've stopped doing that, won't I? In the house, in the house. I know. Yeah. Isn't that though, like, what is it? That was what is one of the most, I mean, they don't use it as much now. But, you know, remember when somebody invented that saying, didn't they, that probably the best lager in the world? And you're allowed to say that, aren't you? Just because you put probably before it. So what we all up to on was it Wednesday? at least it's nearly Thursday, like, you know. Sure, I had something to say. Okay. What was it? Can't remember now. Can't have been that important. Half 6 in the morning. The first tea's 6:30 in the morning. I haven't seen 6:30 in the morning for a long time. Here he is. Another Scouser. You know what though? I think this stat is a blue nose. I think it's a blue nose. Could be wrong, like. God knows where he is in the world at the minute. Like, he's a bit of a globetrotter anyhow with this stat. No, he's knocked some air miles. No, I wouldn't. Not at 6:30. I don't know. You know. Let's see. Let me see who's. Don't forget to hit the likes as well. Just looked at me likes there too. So, you know, there's a few people that play golf for me. You know. I know John Beck does. We all know John Beck, don't we? Obviously, Danny G. Moggles. I think Moggles likes a game of golf, right? This is how we call details. 6:35, first tee off. R. Ramsey and B. Grace, whoever they are. Yeah, you don't really need to be up till about 10 o'clock. What's going on with the numbers, like? What have we done now? It is. And you think I've been waiting for it to come in, you know, for the past few. I've been waiting for it to come in, like, look. Yeah, boy. Big up the Aki. Yes, yes, yes. Aki in the house. DJ Aki. Wherever I look, it's see. Yeah, Ash has been. I think it's the only one that Ash has. The only chat he hasn't been in, or he might have been in the other day. I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
Oi,
Yeah,
oi.
boy. What's
Hey,
happening?
I didn't know you were a golfing fan.
Mate, golf. Just if anything, Ash, if I could be anything there, I would love to be a pro golfer. Mate.
I'm a six handicapper, mate.
Fuck off.
I'm six handicapper. I play at Stony Home Golf Club in Carlo.
Fucking hell. What, son? How did you get to that?
My dad got us in. My dad was the first person to get a hole in one on a par 4 in Cumbria.
Do you know what the word is for that? There's a name for it, you know. For a hole in one on a par 4.
What's
Do you know
it?
what it is?
No.
Do you know what it is? It's something mad, like, you know, there's an albatross, isn't it? What's albatross 300? No, it's a hole in one on a par 5, because I did it in a question on a quiz and I can't remember what it was, but there's a name for it. So we had
No.
hole in one on a par 4.
Hey, what do you reckon about this Live Golf joining up with the PGA?
Who is?
The Live Golf, you know, the Saudi back. I heard a little something. The Live Golf in Saudi are joining up with the PGA.
Are they? Fucking hell, mate. Well, it's all changing golf now, isn't it? Because the ladies are coming into it, and there's a competition now, Ash. I think it's a Scandinavian Masters. It was only on the other week. The women play off the same tees as the blokes, like in the same.
Oh, that's not going to be fair, that though, is it?
Mate, there was 3 women in the top 10. 3 women off the same tees as the blokes. Swear down, mate.
I haven't watched golf in a while, like, but I thought I've just seen your thumbnail there. I thought, I'll give him a little surprise and tell him I'll play golf.
Well, you remember talking to us before, don't you? Like last year when I first started, you came on a few times, didn't you?
I did. It's too much drama. I'd rather have a chilled life like this, to be honest. So, what's your handicap? What are you playing off?
You know what, mate? I haven't hit a ball for about 2 years, right? But I was down to 12. But you know yourself, like 12s, it's decent, isn't it? But 6 is great, mate.
12's decent. 12's a good for the match play. If you're a match player, you're playing off handicaps and not just straight shots. Stableford, it's just you get a few shots there here and there. Like, it's a good sport. I enjoyed it fully. I'd done it from the age of 8 all the way up to 18, 19.
Well, so you got some golf clubs for Christmas, or your dad played? Did you say?
No, my dad got. I remember my first set of golf clubs. I was about 7-year-old. And my dad taught me. My dad taught me right through. My dad, ex-scratch team player. He's won the scratch league in Britain. He used to play for county, and he taught us, like, so. I've won a couple of trophies. I've won the junior league and I've won the match play at my own course back in the day. So,
you know, there's a lot of people on it. There's a lot of golfers like on here in this community, but I can sit and watch this for 4 days now, Ash. Like, I could literally sit and watch the whole tournament for 4 days.
Is the Open on now?
It starts tomorrow morning.
Are you back?
It's in Liverpool, and I've been backing right all season. Because I've been watching a lot of it. You know, Colin Morikawa.
Oh,
you heard of him? He won the Masters or something last year, I think. But
I did
won a couple of majors. I fancy him. Like, I've been watching him for a while. Like, you know. But
what is it, Birkdale they're at?
It's Royal Liverpool. Is it Hoylake or? It's on the west. They're always on the west coast, aren't they? You know where it's windy as fuck.
Yeah. See, I think the big hitters will do it. Like.
Yeah. Well, they tend to on the links course. It's a lot different, totally different golf, isn't it?
See, you've got to have I know Rory's playing well at the minute, but he looks like
he won last week, didn't he? He won in Scotland last week, so perfect preparation for him.
And you always see when they play the Scottish Open, they've always got a good shout when they've won that. to win the Open. Like, I remember Mickelson done it back in the day.
Because they hit a bit of form, don't they? They get into like they get into like in the zone, don't they, for a few weeks, you know, where they can't do no block. And then
I wonder who's leading the odds.
Well, the favourite. Let's have a look. The favourite. The cream always rises to the top, doesn't it? You'll have like, I mean, I think John Rahm's still number one in the world now. John Rahm, he hasn't won anything for a while.
He's not a good player.
But he won everything last year, you know what I mean? And he got Bryson DeChambeau, McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler. I think Scotty Scheffler's number one, actually.
Scotty Scheffler's a good player. He's a very good player.
It changes, but you're right with the long hit. Like the long hit will come into it this week.
It's gonna be the long hitters with and low shots. So you're looking at like a Shane Lowry, who's got a bit of form there. The fucking god. Oh, Patrick Reed.
Patrick Reed. Oh yeah, he hasn't won. He hasn't won for a while.
That's what I mean.
So do you get to watch much of it? Like, I bet there's not many people talk about golf in the Slammer, isn't it?
No, there's not really much in the Slammer.
I can't imagine them start having a convo about golf over a little rollie and that.
Aye, walking around the yard and that. And no, I practiced me putting on the end of a mop.
Getting a mop bucket top. Practicing it yourself.
No,
so you didn't have it. So you didn't have Nick Faldo. You didn't have Nick Faldo posters on your cell wall on it.
No, I had Michelle. Michelle Kerr. Big Laura Davis. Well, look, it's been good speaking to you, and I'll jump on the next one. I've just got a few bits to do today, son. But,
nice one, Ash. Nice one,
respect to you and the chat.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. I knew that. There was always going to
yeah.
I knew as soon as I see him in the chat there, I knew he'd jump on. And yeah, I don't know enough about all that carry on, but he's done a bit of time, and he's done a bit of time, so I don't know. I couldn't do it. Not a chance. Tim, how you doing, mate? We'll see you there, Tim Smith. Pick up the Tim Smith. Yeah, sorry if I missed the chat there while Ash was on, but like, just a geezer, isn't he? Just a geezer, man. That's what I wanted to mention. I don't know. There's only 11 people in, but is there anyone interested in this fancy football thing we're going to do? Fancy football, Premier League, you know? Because I think the first game is it the 12th of August, the first game. Big up Bristol Bomber, that. Big up the Bomber. Yeah, I think it's the 12th, isn't it? Friday. So you need to really start looking if you're interested. And I'll tell you where we're going to go from. We are going to go from the official Premier League rules. I'll put the website out. It's not the Sun Dream team, by the way. It's not the Sun rules. So any scousers in the chat, you're all right. This is the official Premier League website. There is a fantasy football section. And if you jump on the fantasy football bit, I think it's similar rules to the Sun, where you get 100 million to spend. And I think you've got to pick 14 players. I don't think you have to spend the full 100 million, but probably will. But you know, don't rush into it. If you start having a look now, if you're interested, what we're going to do, I've set a league up for just people who want to join from YouTube. It's our own league, so we'll all be playing against each other in the league. But also, when your team will be officially entered into the proper competition, you know, where, you know, like the Sun, where you win 250 grand or something. There's the Batty there. There's Cindy. All right, Cindy. We got yourself. Ella 97. God knows what that photo is. I've had a word with Titch. I know. I wish somebody'd have a word with Titch. Like, there he is, the Batty. Ella 97. No, that's been coming up. That's been coming up in a few chats, that account. Isn't it? Isn't that living in Cardiff as well? Yeah, nice one, Cindy, for dropping in. Cindy, I'm sorry. You know, I haven't been in many chats recently. I'm getting proper lazy with the chats. Like, I just watch. But I'm still watching. I'm still hitting the like button. If I don't go in, if I'm not in your chat, I will have hit the like button though. Because I don't like to just go in and say hello and then fuck off. I like to have a bit of banter and that, you know. Yeah, so the Premier League thing, I'll have to do a little video, and you know, but it's time to start looking at a team. And I know the experts, the ones who, you know, the ones who were always up there in the official, you know, the whole country competition. The same people are up there every year, right? Because there's got to be a format to it. There's got to be some sort of I can't think of the word now, but system. Few more in now. Lambo. Anyone need a lift off Lambo? He's 24/7 available for lifts. He's the mackerel man himself. So the humming and mackerel there. It's Aldi. Yeah, Dave, you know the one. Premier League official website. And then you'll see a little, you might have to make an account, but you'll see a little thing at the bottom there says fantasy. Click on that and it'll come up the fantasy league. Follow the rules. When you've got a team ready, that's what I was going to say. The professionals who do this every year, like spend weeks and weeks on it, they don't put their teams in until the very last day because, you know, there's transfers and that in there, you know. But there's been some big transfers already, hasn't there? But I'm going to have to say they need to be in like about 5 days before the league starts. So you've got a few weeks yet to start scribbling a few teams down, sort your 100 million out, and when you're happy, there will be a deadline day, but when you're happy, you'll have to probably have to email it, you know. Or if I give you, no, that's what, no, they do this. I'll give you the name of the league that I've set up. And I'm sure you'll be able to get into that league and enter your team in there. And hopefully, be quite a few of us. And what we're hoping to get some prizes as well. So we're gonna, I don't know, we haven't decided yet. Someone's just nearly had a hold in one there in the practice. What was it? Don't recognise him. He just nearly had a hold in one on his practice round. Gone over it. It's actually hit the flag. Yeah, we might charge something like a fiver a month. If you want to make it a bit more exciting, a tenner a month, right? All that money will be going to an account, a PayPal account, which you can all see whenever you want. We'll do manager of the month. So you're going to get a chance to win your money back every month. At least one chance anyway. And hopefully we'll do something like whoever comes bottom at the end of the month gets to like a £10 bet on whatever they want on a Saturday. Something like that, you know. I haven't thought about it yet. Yeah, anyone who's just coming in there, we have just had a guest on. It hasn't all been just me. We've just had the man himself, Cumbrian Truth, old Ashley. Is it Ashley Douglas? You know when you say it doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago that Ashley was on this panel before, like the last time, but it does. It seems fucking years ago. Me and my mates just do soccer. What, and are you doing that as well now? Are you doing that as well now, Al? Because I've got a team. I have actually picked my rough team, and I'm quite happy with it as well. I'm quite happy to put that team into anything. It depends. I know they all have slightly different valuations, don't they? Is it right that Jeff Stellings packed the footy in? Packed Saturday? There you go. There's a big shout there. Big shout from Fax there. Well, this is what we want to see. Is that you, Den? Is that you, Dennis? It is, I think. Is that you?
Hello.
Fucking hell, how did you do that?
God knows.
What did you do, like? Is that... Let me change your name, because you've got your name as your fucking email.
Get on then.
Don't take any notice of that bit there, guys. You've all met Keith before. Anyway, it's Dennis, isn't it? Keith's your nickname. It's Dennis. Keith's just his nickname. Like, let me see what I can do here then. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate, yeah.
What's happening? Are you at work, like?
No, I'm off, mate.
Have you just done your 3 or you're off anyway?
I'm off. Off till Saturday night.
Have you got holidays then?
No. We're off. Shipped off. I'll see if I can
So you've just done 3 days?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's a load of crap, mate. Just the norm.
Yeah. God knows how to change your name, mate. I've totally forgot. I've just really took you off there. Are you there? Oh, what am I doing? You there, Dennis? Oh, I've had an absolute bear here. I've just knocked him off. Dennis, change your name. Change your name, mate. And I didn't kick it off there. I've done it by accident. Try to change your name, mate. I think we've all met Dennis before, my old workmate. He's still enduring the hellhole. God knows how he's doing it, like, but yeah, but it's my old workmate. He was on a few weeks ago, but he couldn't. Oh, that's it. He can't get in the chat. I'm going fucking daft. He can't get in the chat, but he can get on a panel. Put this link up. He'll only be WhatsApping me. There's a link, Dennis, mate. If you want to jump back on it, that was probably my fault. That bit. Oh, super sick. Oh, predicting results. It's hard work though, isn't it? Picking results, man. It's hard graph picking results. Like, bad enough to picking the winning team. Never mind what the score's going to be as well, isn't it? Squidgy. Cindy, is it you with all the? Is it you with all the old toys and all that? It's got to be, isn't it? Have you got all that stuff? All the old Star Wars stuff, and you know, because whenever you put these, you're off, Dave, lad. Respect, Dave. When you put these, what do you call them? Poles. Pole or pole. I said pole. They're all things from when I was a kid. I'm digging all of them. Like, I always get them wrong. Like, I always get is that my fault, like, mate?
I didn't know, mate. I don't know.
What I'll do, Dan, if I leave a message on like that, you can't see your name.
Right, yeah.
I forgot how to fucking change it, mate. Forgot how to change it. So what's happening, brother? What's new?
Yeah. We had 12 people start, beginning about 3 shifts, and there's 2 left.
Really?
One started at 7 o'clock, finished. He walked out at past 7. Yeah, not good.
Bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what happened last week because the other lad was on holiday with me?
Yeah. Well, our first shift, our gaffer Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on holiday. So
Yeah.
we had no manager. We had no setters. It was mad, absolutely mad. Yeah, not good, bud.
I can't imagine it. What has the other one been in? Have you heard anything about the other one? I need to actually ring him, actually. The other lad who's on.
Who? Oh, no, nothing. What, the other setter, you mean?
Yeah.
No, mate.
You haven't heard now. I was actually going to go and see him today. Actually, he's rang me up a few times, but
I just thought I'd give you the buzz. I still don't know how to get that chat on. Not a clue.
that's what I mean. You know what? When you come on there, Dennis, I was like, oh, he sorted it out, but it's the chat that you can't get in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the chat, mate. Aye. Mad, isn't it?
I don't understand it. Like, I honestly don't understand how you can't. If anything, it should be harder to get on the panel and in the chat. Have you been watching anything like that? Have you watching any of the last lives? You've got any of them?
I've been watching bits and bobs of them, mate. See, I can even send one in the studio, you know what I mean? I can
put stuff backstage. Oh, yeah, backstage, yeah. I see that.
I can do that, but not on the normal chat.
Mm.
What have you been up to?
You know what, mate? Not a lot, mate. I can't believe, you know how long I've been off 10 weeks now.
Yeah, I know.
10 weeks.
Well, are you going to look for another job, Moon, or what?
I don't know, like.
Well, you're not going to come back, are you?
No, that's the last thing on my mind, that, like. It's the last thing on my mind going back there, like. I don't know, there's a few things in the pipeline. I'll have to speak to you offline about what's going on, you know what I mean? I know these in the chat, they all know about everything, but no, I can't see me going back there, mate.
You want it hasn't getting any better, mate. In fact, it's getting worse.
But I bet you've been glad though. It hasn't been that hot, has it? Must have been like boiling there in the summer.
Oh yeah, well, it's not so bad for me because I'm more or less in that warehouse store. You know what I mean? And you get a bit of a draft there, like.
Yeah.
The rest of them, like, oh dear, it's been pretty hot, like.
What do you think about Liverpool's chances this season?
Just depends how the Ewan's bought in, isn't it? You know what I mean? And how
What have you done to the team? Like, what's the biggest change in the team? Have they bought anyone?
2 new midfielders, Matt McAllister, and I can't pronounce the name of the other one.
Foreign.
I think he's German.
Thinking of Man City, who's spent the most pre-season? Like, think he's just bought what's his face? I know.
Declan Rice.
Was anyone else surprised at that one?
I was surprised he bought that Havertz, like, because they really needed a number 9. I thought he's not like a number 9, you know.
So West Ham, from West Ham to Arsenal, is that like sacrilege? Like, you don't do that? Is that like going from Borough to Sunderland? Or?
I don't think it is as much for West Ham. If it had been
it's not North London,
Arsenal
is it?
Chelsea.
Arsenal's North London, isn't it?
Yeah.
But West Ham's fucking West Ham, isn't it? It's like, but I've heard a few people on the radio that say, "Oh, they hate the fella now."
Well, maybe.
You can't hate anyone, man, for going to play football. I tell you what, the biggest transfer was this season. Fucking Lionel Messi, mate, the Beckham's team.
Oh yeah, Suarez is on his way there and all.
Is he?
Going to join his mate.
It's into Miami, isn't it? It is Beckham's team, isn't it? Does he own it, Beckham?
Aye. It's like a consortium, but he doesn't own it like that. That's good.
Imagine how many goals he's going to go score there, like, next season.
Oh, he'd be good, like. He's good everywhere he goes, doesn't he? Getting on a bit, like, but he's still fit as a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it now, though, isn't it? He's out of you can't see him ever coming back into professional football like a good team, you know,
like the European League or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, don't you think the pair of them? I mean, Ronaldo just slipped away, didn't he?
Yeah.
It didn't end well for Ronaldo, did it? Man United. No, it wasn't a fairy tale end, was it?
I was pleased because I cannot stand him.
Well, I was like that between him and Messi. It was always 50-50 between him and Messi. It was all about how he ended the career. And I thought the way Ronaldo went out with Man United was shocking.
He's over there now, isn't he? He's over the Arab States, isn't he?
Is that where he is? Yeah.
Ronaldo, aye, and he's not there. He's not knocking the goals in left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? Which you would have thought he would be, but he's not. Like so. Mind, everybody's going over there, aren't they? You're all going for the money.
Where is it they're going?
It's Arab Emirates, whatever you call the pig. Al Hayat or some of that in there. But Jordan Henderson has been offered £700,000 a week to go over and play there. £700,000 a week.
So why hasn't Messi gone there? Does Messi get more in America than he is there? Like
he'll be on some kind of money, mate. He'll be on a massive packet. Or he would have been over there, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's got enough money anyway.
Oh, of course he has, yeah. Of course he has. But they usually follow the money, don't they? I mean,
Jordan Henderson was on 160 grand a week. And I mean, if you're going to go like sevenfold your bloody money, you're going to go, aren't you, you know?
Was that all he was on there, was it? 160?
Yeah, 160.
What is he going to go? Has he thought about it, or has he not?
He's on about doing it now, aye. On about doing it. Go on. They've put a 40 million bid in for Fabinho.
Have they?
Aye, he's on about going. Like, the money, man, Wayne. Mad. Absolutely mad money.
Well, you know what? I was just thinking, and I've heard a few people say it, like on Sky and that this season, it's like the Premiership sort of took over again, you know, where everyone's wanting to come to the Premiership again, you know, like they did a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And but it could be a big problem if the Saudis start like nicking all our players and that, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what's happening, mate. It's happening now. Oh dear. It's happening now.
Well, you've got the 6 weeks holidays, haven't we, in 2 days' time, mate?
Yeah.
Well, 1 day over here. Break up on Thursday. 6 weeks.
What are you going to do?
But we're all right. I mean, we're not too bad because she's got nan and granddad running down the road. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
And my mum's already down the road at work, so it's not too bad for us. But you've got a daughter as well. I've used at school, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've took a fortnight's holiday, so I've got like 3 nights to do. Then I'm off for a fortnight. So she can have the first fortnight with me, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just going out places, I suppose. Weekly base, house shows, stuff like that.
You seen that on the screen there, mate? Sam Maximan, is he going to Saudi as well?
Yeah. He's aware as well.
Well, he's in his prime, isn't he? He's not ready to retire, is he?
Was he about 26 or something? He'll be going for the money, mate. He'll be going for the money. They're paying astronomical wages.
That's ridiculous.
Mm.
It just shows you, though, doesn't it? They're not like, I mean, you can't blame them, but they're not interested in the trophies,
No. It's all about money, innit? It's all about money. But Kloppy says if they want to go, let them go. Do you know what I mean? If they don't want to play for you, let them go. Because there's no use if they don't want to play for your club.
Still, there should be rules. Like there'll be some sort of rule. How many teams are in this Saudi league? Is it any good?
I'm not sure, mate. But I think they're not judged. I don't think they're judged under the financial fair, like play league. You know what I mean? Because they're not in it, you know, as such. Like they're their own league. You just look at what they've done to cricket as well. You know what I mean? And golf.
Cricket, yeah.
Golf, got that now.
But do you think that your hardened cricket fan has seen the cricket's been elevated, hasn't it, by the money?
Yeah.
It's like football; it's going sideways, isn't it? It's like there's always been money in football, but now it's going to Saudi. They'll start kicking off soon.
Something will happen now. Something will have to happen, won't it?
Yeah.
I
mean,
I couldn't believe this. There's £700,000 a week you got to pay Jordan Henderson. Like, I mean, you'd be mad not to go on. I mean, that's you set up for the rest of your life, and your parents are set up for the rest of their lives and everything. You know
right,
what I mean? Isn't it?
right. It is.
Why?
One of
Why
them
not?
you get. One of them always comes down to money at the end of the day. Makes the world go around, man.
Mm.
He's my mate Slim Reaper here. Slim, have you heard any of that chat there? We're just on about Messi going to America and a few others. Looks like they're going to Saudi. Slim's a big Mank fan. He's a big Man United, you know.
All right.
Have they bought anyone, Dennis?
The after keeper, I can't remember his name, begins with an O or Sano or somebody.
I thought they had a decent keeper. I thought they had one of the up and coming ones. After De Gea, what was he called?
It was Henderson. I think they had Henderson, didn't they?
Is it? I thought he was ready to step into De Gea's shoes.
I didn't know, mate. Well, they offered him a 1-year contract, that De Gea.
Mm.
And then I think they've took it down or something. They've done something not good, like.
I know from what I've seen of De Gea last season, I think he's still got it. Him like he can still do a job. Him like
makes a lot of mistakes. So,
but can you remember years ago, your keeper, it was important, but now your keeper's like another player, though, isn't it?
Oh, he's got to have the left and right foot on him and everything, hasn't he? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they're coming out of the box now, aren't they? They're coming out of the box and they're like
12th man.
You look at some of the goals that got scored last season from, especially the likes of Liverpool and Man City, where the keepers had a quick throw out from a goal kick, and it's ended up a goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pick a pass. Yeah, I don't think De Gea could do that. I think he was more of the old-fashioned shot stopper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good at that, mate, but I don't think he could play out from the back.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're getting rid and they're getting this, I think, Osuna or somebody, 40-odd million, I think they're trying to get him the day.
Yeah, I think you've got to have a good keeper these days. Like.
We need another midfielder and another defender. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because Fabinho will be going. Jordan Henderson will be going. Milner's gone. Thiago's going.
Is he? Thiago as well.
Yeah. He's on about going to Barcelona.
Have did Liverpool get sold last season in the end or not?
Did what?
Did they get sold? Did they sell Liverpool last season or not? The whole club.
No. He supposedly put it up for sale, but then he said that he didn't want to sell the whole lot. He just wanted to sell a bit.
Yeah.
But now to come of it, nothing. And I didn't know what's going on. Didn't know what's going on with Man United because they were up for sale, and it seems like. How would you put
a price on a club like Man United, though?
I know.
They're one of the biggest clubs in the world, aren't they? I mean,
without a doubt, aye.
Like in any country you go to, there's Man United kits everywhere. And
the fan base is huge, isn't it?
I can't remember what type of money was getting banded about for Liverpool like last season.
Yeah, as I say, he just wanted a stake, sell part of it off, like an investment.
Yeah.
Put some money into the team, but now to come over it, I wish they would have sold them bloody. You know what I mean? Get us some rich Saudis.
But I think what do you reckon about Newcastle this season? What they're going to do this season?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they'll get Champions League again?
Yeah, well, after what they did last season, without hardly spending a penny, and from being where they were, it was unreal, wasn't it?
They still spent over 100 million.
they're in the Champions League, so they're going to get they've got that to look forward to, like for new players coming in. So that'll get the new players in.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know. Don't know. They might get back to the Curly Kev days.
They're supposed to be after Harvey Barnes, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Because maximum going. You have to. I'm sure it's Harvey Barnes. He's not a bad player, but I like Maximum. Like, he's a good player. I would like him. So.
I'll tell you what we haven't mentioned. 2 days' time, it's the Women's World Cup, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes. It's tomorrow, actually. It starts tomorrow.
We are the European champions, aren't we?
We are. Mm-hmm.
Where's this World Cup at, right?
It's Australia, mate.
Is it?
It's 10:15 on the morning. Tomorrow morning's the first game, 10:15. Yeah, my. Australia, USA are the world champions, aren't they?
USA,
yeah. We've only been beat once in 32 games, England. And that's off the current Australia. They beat us 2-0. So.
Because I was just saying to Louise there, the girlfriend, about that, like, it's the first time it's really made it onto ITV, hasn't it? The women's football. It's been creeping up on the telly, hasn't it?
It is, aye. It has indeed.
Yeah. So they'll be looking for a good competition, won't they, at least? They're looking to be getting the semis or the final, won't they? They've got to be.
Yeah, I would have thought so, mate. Why, hopefully. I think our first.
Has Liverpool got a new kit out, like Dennis? We've got a new kit out.
Yeah, mate, but there's not much difference. There's not much difference at all. No.
Yeah.
£75 for a top.
Bad, isn't it?
Yeah, frightening, isn't it? Made by a bloody sweat worker in Malaysia or somewhere. Where do you get them from?
Plus some seasons are horrible as well, aren't they? They're like, I can't wear that.
Yeah,
but like the classic ones are from years ago, man. I'd rather wear an old one, mate, than new.
I've got loads still in my wardrobe hanging up there. Like candy and that on it, and crown paints and stuff like that.
Yeah. Remember that classic England top, Dennis? So I see Kevin Keegan and them in it. The Umbro V-neck.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue across here.
Yeah.
Smart as well. I'd love one of them now.
On the corner.
Do you reckon you can still get them?
Probably.
Original ones.
Oh, not the original ones. We'll be able to get the retro ones, won't you?
I reckon some people still have the originals, mate.
Some people will have. It'd be worth a tiny bit of money and all, I would have thought. Hey, give us a minute, Wayne. Are you coming in?
Yeah, man. Ludon is at Barnard Castle, listening in. Can't you? Respect. Hit them likes. Yeah, buddy. Watched a show on telly last night. I don't know if anyone else seen it, about Dubai. I think it was on about 9 o'clock on BBC Two. It's about all the money that's in Dubai, man. Unbelievable, man. Did you see that show last night, Des?
What's that?
Did you see that thing on? I think it was BBC Two. It was about Dubai and all the money in Dubai and all.
No, man, I didn't. No.
Do you know what it is, right? In Dubai, right? The rules with the government. If you were born, they have this thing called an Emirati, I think it is, right? Emirati.
Right. And
there's only 15% of the whole of Dubai are these Emirati, right? What it is, you have to be born, you have to be male, and you have to be born in Dubai, right?
Right.
And if you are you get a plot of land off the government, right? You get you just get loads of money off the government for now.
Aye.
Honestly, that's why. Yeah, it was a really good show. You'd have to watch it because I can't remember all the details. But it was on last night at 9 o'clock on BBC Two. It was just about all the money that's in Dubai, like why it's there and how they're doing it all.
Very good.
Loaded, mate.
Like Monaco, then, is it? Same as Monaco?
It's the new Monaco, yeah. There was like the Monaco, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Monaco. I don't know what it's like now, but is that the south of France?
Yeah.
It's red hot there now. Are you going all day this year?
If I do get away, it'll be up to Scotland or something.
Have you seen how hot it is in Europe and that now, like in the south?
Turkey and Greece and that, yeah. 40 odd degrees, isn't it? Heat wave.
Supposed to be the hottest 3 days on record in some places tomorrow.
Did you get that downpour earlier on?
Well, I've been over Middlesbrough this morning and I've been over Newton Aycliffe for the last few hours, but it didn't rain there, but it rained a little bit. It's just had a pour down there. It's drying out again now, like.
Absolutely lashed down here, like.
Did it?
Aye, fairly.
It's absolutely shit, isn't it? It's supposed to be summer, but.
Well, I think we've had it them 2 weeks in June, I think.
No, honestly, mate, after I've been saying, it's like, that's it now. That's all you get.
It's like monsoon now, in the monsoon weather. Still hot, but brain muggy as out.
You can't ignore the fact that every year records get broke down, whether it be winter records or
it's
rain or
definitely global warming. Isn't it? It's definitely taking effect, I think.
They reckon it's a lot worse than what they actually thought as well. But I think our generation, we'll be all right. Our generation and maybe the next one, but the one after that, I'd start worrying.
Well, the end about it's going to be floods and everything, aren't there? Half of the UK is going to disappear and all sorts.
Have you tried them, Dan?
What? Vapes?
These are THC vapes.
No, mate, no.
Have you not tried them?
Any good?
Not good if you want to get anything done. You know what I mean? If you want to get something done, don't go anywhere near them, right? If you've got the afternoon off, they're all right. Fucking hell, mate. I think they're going to take over. Dennis, that's my prediction. These are going to take over. Yeah. Because I'm not a heavy weed smoker or anything. But I'll have the odd one, right? But I know a couple of blasts on that is I might as well have basically had a joint myself. No lie.
How much of them? How much of them are shot?
And these are only, I think you can pay about 25, 30 quid.
Right.
But lasting you that's lasted me a few weeks, that.
Has it?
But for somebody who smokes a decent bit of weed, they've got to be saving you money, you know what I mean? Got to be.
Yeah.
But these are only the early ones. I mean, they're going to get better. They're going to get better. These are the first breed, you know what I mean?
So where did you get it from?
Oh, I've just got a few contacts, you know. Yes, Clint, Howlerhead. Is that the real PP, anyone? I think it is, like, because he's a big fan, PP. Few people who I don't think you've met yet, Dennis. But you have been watching the last few, haven't you?
I have.
Quite a bit of them.
I know bits and bobs of them, weren't I?
Well, did you see Ashley who was on?
No,
at the start of this? Did you see him? The lad with the big A, Cumbrian Truth.
Nah, I didn't, mate. Nah.
Yeah, well, he's a bit of a YouTube character, like he's been about for a while. Yes, PP, I knew it was. He's been about for a while. He's just come out. He's just done a bit of time. Just done 8 or 9 months or something.
Right.
He's only been out a week or two, and
Straight back on it.
yeah, straight back on here, like
Where you going?
You haven't been in the slammer, have you, Dennis?
No, nah.
I couldn't handle that, me, like.
The most I've been is locked up for a night. Drunk and disorderly.
That's all you want, mate, as well.
That's all you
don't
want.
Want to be in. You don't want to be in doing no bird like here.
No, nah. Bloody hell, nah.
All ahead, how are you doing, mate? This has just ran out, actually. I'm wounded.
Well,
Red and blue light.
If it's any compensation to you, I'm on making a one now.
Oh, yeah, nice. You still getting that? Are you still getting the other stuff? Still getting the...
Get them, mate? They're solid.
You can't?
Nah, I
can't?
Nah.
Oh, they must have run out, mate. They must have... There's a few people, like, but there's only you who I know who get their hands on it. That Rocky stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it now, you know. It's totally better stone. I think it is.
I know. Well, it's all it was about years ago, wasn't it? There was no green years ago.
No.
Is there many... Do you get many doors going in around your way, Dennis? You know, like where there's grows and stuff?
Nah.
Nah.
Well, not that I've heard of, you know what I mean? I mean, it does happen. People get raided now and again, but...
Yeah.
Not round here. It's a nice area where we live, man.
Well, for everyone that catch over Borough or whatever, there's like another 5 already you get going.
Well, of course. You can get it anywhere, can't you, really? I've got plenty of contacts.
I mean, there's no... Unless you've got like a massive warehouse with like 200, 300 plants or something, they don't even do anything anyway, do they? You just lose it. It just gets to take it away, don't they?
Yeah, take it away. Take all the equipment away. There's not
If
much
you want a little grow in your loft or whatever, you could get away with it, couldn't you? I reckon anyway.
I think you could, aye. As long as it's just a little grow. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, Howler, that is... so these ones, Dennis, if you put... They're made by people called Runts, R-U-N-T-Z. And they're only... Can you see how thin they are? They're disposable, yeah? But you can recharge them.
All right, aye.
And you see this little bit at the top, the clear bit there? Well, when I got it, that was full of oil. Like the oil was coming over the tip bit, this bit at the top. And you could see the oil here, but obviously I've had it a couple of weeks now and it's like sort of run out. Well worth it though. My tip is that they will take over in the end, because who wants to make a spliff? Imagine in the...
Well, that's it. Trouble is, though, it wouldn't last me 2 weeks.
That's it, isn't it? It's going from one extreme to the other, isn't it? Like, it's too handy, and at the end of the day, it's too handy as well, like that, isn't it?
Yes. Far too handy.
What's going on now? I don't know, which way do you think it's going to go, though? Do you think they're going to ease up on them now? Because they can't keep on top of them, can they?
No.
Are they going to ease up? Because they've already eased up. Jerry, mate, not live golf. No. We haven't got to Danny G's status yet, mate. Yeah, I think... I don't know. it's going to get more lenient, I think. It's going to have to. They haven't got no police to fucking arrest anyone anyway.
Well, they haven't now, have they? They haven't.
Yeah, Joe, I'll get you one of these, Dennis. You can try it. See what you think.
Right, all right, we'll give it a go.
Because, I mean, I'm not a big smoker. I'm not a big weed smoker, see, so it don't fuck out with me.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm not either, really weighing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like pack me joints on out, you know what I mean? I only put a little tiny bit in.
Yeah.
And I can get a Henry, and that can last me, 3 weeks.
Really?
Aye, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you paid 25, what do you get for 25 quid now? You get it out, do you?
Oh, you get about 10, 12, 13 joints worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. And that's my joints, you get me drift. We're not much in. But will you get 13, 14? How many puffs have you had out of it, do you reckon?
I don't know. It doesn't say how many puffs. It doesn't even say that on the box, but it was about 2 weeks ago when I got that thing.
Have you been hitting it every day, like?
Not all day, just on like a night.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like I say, these are like in the early stages. I think that like any vape. Remember the first vapes that come out, the normal vape.
Right.
They were hideous, weren't they? Where you had to fill them up with oil and that.
Yeah,
and now you've seen how far they've come now. Well, I think that'll happen with these, Dennis. I think they'll end up doing like 4,000 puff ones, you know, for next to now. Everyone will be on them, and the whole fucking country will be stoned, mate.
That'll be a better place, mate.
Hash cake, Louis Sweeter. You know PP, Dennis, my mate PP in the chat there. He's on the legend of YouTube, mate.
Oh, hash cakes.
Yeah. He's been on this tube from before me anyway. No. But we've always moved in the same circles, you know what I mean? Still backing us up and that.
Very good. I've just put my Scotch pies in the oven.
What does a Scotch pie entail? Like, what's in that?
What's in the Scotch pie, Mum? Mince.
We need gravy.
Mince and a bit gravy.
No gravy.
Oh, no gravy. No gravy.
Just mince.
Aye, mince.
They call them Scotch pies, do they?
Scotch pies, aye.
What, she hasn't put no arsenic in it or out like that?
No, after I opened the packet, mate, so it's all right. She can't catch us because she's sat there.
So everyone in the chat, right? This is how bad Dennis is, right? Where he'll take kippers. He takes kippers to work, right, for his breakfast. Stinks the whole factory out, right? But he does it on purpose, don't you, Dennis?
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah. Do you know what? Does anyone realise how bad kippers smell, though? Like, you're talking the whole day, couple of days.
No, it's mad, like. Absolutely mad. It stinks. Okay. I can't eat them. I'm not allowed.
People were going to fill you in last time we did that.
I only done them to work Andy Towers, because Andy Towers used to go absolutely ballistic, didn't he?
He's left, hasn't he? Has he left?
Aye. Yeah.
I did get a text off him actually the other week saying he was leaving.
Yeah, he left. Aye.
I don't know how he dare leave, man. The money he's on. Fuck,
well, he's on better money now, you know, where he's went. And it's closer to home for him, so it just goes to show how bad it is, mate, at our place now.
That's exactly it, isn't it? The people that work get paid now.
Well,
I mean, what was he on, Dennis? We knew exactly how much work he done, but what were they on? Something like 40 odd grand.
Oh, 40 odd grand a year, yeah. Here's the thing, right? The agency fetched the agency lads in, right? Now the agency lads is on more money than us, and we training them up. What's that all? What's that all about?
That's what I mean. That's what's fucked up, man.
And they're paying the agency someone like £16 an hour to get these people. You know, mad.
Well, I don't know. There's a reason why all these we're letting all these immigrants in and that protest, because I haven't been there for 10 weeks, right? But it was like oh man, I mean, at one point there was Indian people, there was an Indian, there's a Chinese, there's a Nigerian. This is all in one shift, isn't it? Polish. You're talking, there's like 5 different like nationalities on the shift, and half of them they don't even speak. They don't even speak English.
Half of them can't read or write either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but and they're getting the same wages as you. What more?
No, they're getting more than me. What's that all about?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, you're not even allowed to say much, are you? You know what I mean?
No, that manager. How are you? Like, you know who you've got to go and see you when you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Who you went to see? She'll not give you an inch. Like, she will not give an inch.
What as the people? As people being to see her, like, complaining and stuff.
Asking for like a pay rise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Emily, you're gonna have to have some kippers like you, lovely, but just don't eat them in your house. Eat them in somebody else's.
Emily, you don't want kippers, mate. There's no need for it. There's absolutely no need. I don't eat. I don't like anything out the sea. That's my advice. Don't eat anything out the sea.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You've got to find PP likes the kippers there. He likes smoked herrings as well.
Aye, not wrong with smoked herrings.
There's no right to that.
You like fish, Wayne, didn't you?
No, not really.
You know.
Nah.
You got the fish shop. You not get fish and chips.
The closest I've come, I've never ever bought a full like a cod from the fishy. You know when you get scraps or batter, you might call it.
Aye.
You know, you ask for chips, then you get batter or scraps. You know when sometimes you get a big bit of batter, don't you? It might have a bit of fish in it.
Might have a little bit of fish in it.
Well, that actually tastes all right, but I don't think I've ever had to like fish. Ever got fish and chips.
Lovely, man. Lovely.
I know it's just too expensive as well, isn't it?
They are now, mind. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Definitely.
That's it, PP, mate. PP's a bit of a fisherman, like Dennis.
Aye.
Does a bit of carp fishing, and he's hit a bit of form lately because I'm not going to lie, he won't disagree with this that PP had like a bad year fishing. You know, he's got a channel and that on here, and he's got all the gear. You know, he's got like thousands of pounds worth of like reels and all that.
Aye.
But he just never caught anything, did you, PP, mate? So I was have a little rib him a little bit, you know, but he's hit a bit of form. And he's caught a couple of whoppers, like 30 pounds, £30 carp.
All right.
2-handed job, you know, we hold them at 2 hands.
Very good.
I know I am going to do a bit of fishing. I'd love to do a bit of fishing this year, like.
Well, my idea of fishing, right, is create a lager, some smoke, a tent, or a pub nearby.
Yeah.
And fish all day. And obviously, take your food to cook your own food as well. Do you know what I mean? But like a load of lads and just make a day of it.
I don't know.
Stop out.
Do you know? Do you think fishing, right, like angling, is it one of them where you go once and you get hooked? I'm not, pardon the pun, right, but do you get hooked? Or is it a slow burner like PP?
Right.
Oh.
For me, I've got to make a dear, but you know what I mean, on the drink and that, and have a big crack. And I couldn't just go in there and fish without having that crack. You know, like a load of years and a load of drink, and I would be merry. But I couldn't just sit at the riverbank for hours and hours and hours on end.
Yeah, it's not the type of thing that you do yourself. But saying that,
there's a lot do.
Yeah, some of them do, don't they? Because they find it just get away from everything, innit?
Find it therapeutic.
But I think it depends. It depends whether you're any good as well. If you're going to enjoy it, you're going to have to be able to catch them.
I've always, every time I've went, I mean, I've only been about 5 times doing that, what I've said, like with the cans and that, but I've caught every time. Always caught a fish. Aye, every time. Whether it's luck or not, I don't know. I've always caught something. Caught a cold one year and all, I remember.
You can't catch any nice wellies or out, like?
No, you've been watching too much games.
PP, I bet you've caught a few wellies in your time, like, hey, you know, like, I've got a big one. Oh, it's a fucking welly. What else do they always do? What else do they
find? Was get a tyre or a boot.
Tyre, yeah. A rubber tyre. Well, we're going to hear it from the man now because he's been threatening to come in here for ages.
Oh,
yeah, boy.
How you doing, Moon?
How's it going, PP, lad?
Yeah, I will get up soon. Where you live, though, Mr. Moon, it's hard trying to get a lake up there, because my mate who I fish with at Kew Lake, he comes from your area. But my other mate I was with last week, he's from Newcastle, but he's got some waters we can get on. But they've sort of been around, Washington Park, the big boat lake there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably could get on there, or there's a few other waters he was mentioning. So I'll get something sorted with my mate Mick, and I will come up and get you out fishing, mate. You and Natter. And it is.
What are you putting the recent form down to then? Because you have it a bit of a good patch, haven't you?
What it is, a lot of the time I was fishing in the syndicate in the winter. In the winter time, it's very tricky. You've got to be really mobile. And I haven't fished with syndicate for a while. Took a couple of years out with all the lockdowns and all that. So it was going to be a gamble. The good form what's come now. Don't get me wrong, Kew Lake was good, but I've been angling again, so I know how to feel my way around the bottom and find where I want to put the bait, and it paid off for me this time. The water I've been on, I know that water like the back of my hand, so it don't interest me really. I was only there for my friend. It's just too easy for me, that water. It's all the challenge. I'd rather go where I've got to try and catch them fish, like Peterborough, Bluebell Lakes. That's another one. It's got a lot of stock of fish, but they're angled for constantly. So they're seeing everything. So you have to keep thinking, changing, finding something. Like the bottom's just flat there, so you had to let around and find just something different in there. Like could be a dip, a hole, a bit of a gully, a bank, a bar. And then you just fish off the sides of them, something different. And it paid off for me. Again, it paid off for me. Don't get me wrong, I've done all that before and it's not paid off. It's just a whole day. No matter what we think we know, they're wild animals at the end of the day. So we're just using what we do know as knowledge and hoping that they play ball. At the end of the day, they're the key holders, the fish.
It's been good though watching you. It's been good though seeing you with that big fish in your hands, mate. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and when I was fishing last time, I was actually going to make a video and one of my rods actually ripped off. So I set the camera up, thought, brilliant. And when I landed the fish, I looked around and for some reason my camera didn't record it. I thought, that was a chance. That was the one in a lifetime chance. But then 10 minutes later, the other rod ripped off. I made sure the camera worked that time. So I actually got it all the way up, played it into the net, and then took a couple of pictures of the fish after. Yeah.
I've seen that one. That's what we needed to see, wasn't it, really? That's put it to bed, hasn't it?
It's very hard to get them sort of videos like that, very hard. And I was on Cindy's channel, this is going back now about 2 or 3 weeks, And while I was actually talking, I actually got a live take while I was talking to her and actually got the fish on and showed the fish on there. So it's paid off dividends for me. But again,
Yeah.
it's on the water I know like the back of my hand. So
Yeah.
if I fish there all the time, I'd lose interest in it. No challenge now. I know you're thinking,
Yeah.
how's there a challenging fishing? But there is it's a never-ending battle. It's a never-ending learning curve. I suppose it's like golf, really.
Yeah.
There's always little niches to learn and
It is,
go
mate,
on.
but there's a mad statistic, isn't there, PP and Dennis, right? That fishing is one of the biggest hobbies in England, isn't it? It's up there with golf, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, carp fishing took off a lot with the Calder, Monster Carp, and a few other things. And then through lockdown, fishing was one of the only sports where they started to allow people to start fishing again through the daytimes. And the stories I've heard of people who's watched YouTube videos, gone out and spent an absolute fortune on gear, turned up on a lot of the lakes. Like I think when I was at Bluebells, they were banning and kicking people off. It was something like 200 and something people a week in some weeks, where they just ain't got no idea of any kind of safety for the fish, because that's paramount, the safety of the fish. If anything breaks your main line, you've got to make sure that the fish, there ain't no legs getting trailed around. The most the fish will ever trail around is just a little hook link, and them hooks will dissolve after a few months in the water. That's 9 times out of 10, they'll get rid of the hooks. They can get rid of them all. But it's they fish with big leg core leaders on, the fixed legs, they're towing 2-ounce legs around. Some of them are like, I think one of them was one of their prized carp in Kingfisher Lake. That's a prize target fish, what some amateurs just caught, getting it right, getting a lucky cast, and even killed the fish. So, yeah, it's quite horrendous, really. It's really, I've come up, I've fished for years, maybe when I was a teenager, up on the Thames all over the place, and then come up and just started carp fishing, probably about 2009, 10, got back into it. Time.
But you're doing all right at the minute with the PP. What's your next stop like? Have you got somewhere else planned?
I'm going to hit my syndicate again soon, because there's some nice big lumps in there. That's owned by Calder, that is. So I'm going to get down there and fish there. There's a group of us. They all come from all over the country. They're all friends of mine. So we'll get something in the pipeline. France, I'm definitely going to hit France again next year.
Yeah,
get that back on.
My brother goes to France every year fishing, carp fishing.
Yeah.
He's getting some tiny ones, like 40-odd pounders and what have you.
Yeah.
You know whereabouts, Dennis, he goes? Because PP, you were there last year, weren't you? Opposite
Yeah.
He also, been to Prague as well. He's been fishing over there as well.
Prague, another country. Yeah. Italy's really good. Parco di Branta. It's just the driving there. It's so far to get there. But I went to Abbey Lakes. It was only an hour drive from the other side of Calais. But with all the ferry delays, it took us forever. We left a day early and still got there late. The year before, we went right down by Le Mans region, which is a 24-hour drive. And it took us, we got there quicker than what we did getting to Abbey Lakes. That was Lake Heritage. I had a good session there. Lake Heritage, crucified, man. But I managed to get one. Once you get one there, I know the fish are moving, so I would have continued to catch some. I mean, mates was smashing it at the start. It slowed down where they were. But then we got a thing from P&O Ferries saying they couldn't get us home, and we had to make alternate arrangements. So we had to leave the next day. I think we lost about 48 hours of our holiday, which was an absolute gutter. Yeah.
So PP, what you doing for a living these days, and how you making a bit of coin? Are you still doing the cars?
I do cars, and mainly it's like networking. You get software. These people who want things, you get first access to them things. I don't want to say too much because it's a lot of people do it on eBay where they buy things from, say, Dunelm. People order something, set cartons, and it comes from somewhere like Dunelm, say, and they just buy it from Dunelm a bit cheaper than what they are and nick a few quid on it. Very similar to that, but upscaled.
Right, Moon, I'm going to do a shoot, mate. I'm going to have me tea. I'll catch you later
Nice one, Dennis.
I'll give you a bell, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
cheers for coming on, mate.
See you, PP.
Dennis, pleasure, mate. Speak to you soon. Mr. Moon, I've got to jump off and all, mate, because I've got to get down to Tesco to do them. But I'll have a good chat with you one day, mate. Definitely have a good chat with you one day.
I'll try and get on your next live, yeah?
Yeah, or on yours. I don't mind either. My one could go
Yeah,
a bit
man.
wild with the chat, so it probably was better on yours. And it's a bit calmer. And my chat can go wild with diversions. Have to keep on and chat to block people and all that. It goes a bit mad at the moment. But I've got to say, YouTube at the moment is getting quite good again. So happy days, yeah. Mo, God bless. I'll be in the chat, brother. God bless.
Respect, mate. Respect. Nice one, PP. Cheers. Yeah, PP was crackling a bit there, wasn't he? Sorry about that. What a shame as well. He hadn't been on for ages, PP, and then comes on fucking crackling. I was looking to try and sort the settings out. Oh, my days. Anyone seen John Daly? John Daly there. Oh, me, look at the clip of him. Has anyone else noticed? Is anyone watching Sky Sports golf now? They're all doing a practice round, and they're all there. You know, they're having a bit of fun actually. But John Daly there, John Daly, you know, he's some boy. I think we've all heard of it. Like, I think he won the Open. Was it? You're looking at about 25 years ago. St Andrews, one of the best Opens ever, any Open at St Andrews, but to win it there, in the fashion that he did on the 18, he was in the playoff. But to see him there, his man's got a big white beard down here. But what I did want to mention, has anyone noticed the fashion in golf now? What's happening? Like, for somebody like myself who like watches a lot of it, you know, I don't play as much now, but you know, you do have to. There's quite a lot of etiquette involved in golf. You know, it's one of them. You could look the part. You might not be able to hit a golf ball, but you can always look the part. That goes a long way. But what's happening these days? The fashion now, they're pushing it at the limit now, where over the last couple of competitions have started doing tops with hoodies, you know, like, and there's no reason why you would ever need a hoodie to have a hood. They haven't let them wear hoodies for, well, they haven't stopped them, but you can't imagine Jack Nicklaus in a hoodie, can you? Go on. Nick Faldo with a hoodie there. Just, there's no need for it. They're just pushing the boundaries. Big up the Jerry the Helmet, Sean Wayne. How you doing, Sean? Just missed PP there, Sean. Could have jumped on a pal with him. Yeah, PP, your connection was a bit crackly there, mate. Could still hear you, but it wasn't perfect, that. Maybe he's out in the middle of a lake somewhere. But yeah, they're pushing the boundaries now with golf. You know, I think the last biggest rule change that they had was the thing with the flag. You know, the rule always was. Let me tell you, the golf rule book there is like that. You believe some of the rules are crazy, but one of the most well-known rules was that you had to tend the flag. Your caddy had to tend the flag, or you had to tend it. You couldn't leave the flag in if you were put. That all changed, I think, either last year or the year before. So now you can take the flag out. I don't know if you can take it out if you're off the green, you know. I don't think you can. So if you put in the ball, you can take the flag. You can leave the flag in or take it out. It's up to you, or tend it. But I don't know. I mean, Tiger Woods did nothing for the fashion of golf. Like, he was the most boring man clothes-wise, as well as being sponsored by Nike as well. Sponsored by Nike the whole of his golfing career. Could have had anything he wanted, but he's got the like baggy baggy trousers, you know, straight cut. Like, he looked terrible on the golf course. Yeah, but it's like, don't know. There's crazy rules in golf. Crazy. What's happening anyway, Sean? How are you doing, fella? I like your, did I leave a comment on it? I did mention to Sean that I see myself as a little bit of a Tarantino character, you know. So you're duly obliged with, I think I had me and Dave Smithers had a part in, what's the film called now, Sean? What's that one? Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or something. Tarantino. Tell you what I watched yesterday. A film, and it was very similar. I actually thought it was Tarantino when I got halfway through, just by the way it was, you know, you can tell by the way it was done, and it had like chapters, but it wasn't Tarantino. It was called Sisu, Sisu. It was basically about this, I think he was from Finland, he was Finnish, and it started just after the war. Basically, it's this bloke, he finds a load of gold, like digs a load of gold up. He's a gold digger. And after finding all this gold, he then has to get it back to Finland. And all he's got is a horse and a dog and like a couple of machetes. And basically, it's about his journey back to Finland over the mountains and whatever, Russia or whatever. And what happens in between, where he comes up against a few Nazis. Yeah, bit far-fetched, but far-fetched. No, why are they called spaghetti westerns, Pete? What's been happening on YouTube today, anyway? Sean, fill us in, mate. What's been going on, lad? So I've been out golf ball hunting. I've been on the course. The only reason I did have this live set up for half-2 today, and at 1:30, I was still in the middle of like some bushes on this golf course. But the only reason that I looked at my watch was because I could not fit any more balls in my jacket, camo jacket. Has he told us why they're called spaghetti westerns yet? Is it because they're filmed in Italy? Italy. Oh, Ian Bale's on it as well. Yeah, that new Tom Cruise film, the new Mission Impossible. I've seen it on the local news. Apparently, a couple of them scenes, some of the big scenes out of the movie, were filmed on location, not too far from me, you know, in the North Yorkshire Moors. And it showed you them. Must have been a few years ago when they filmed it now. But some of the scenes were done on the moors up where Emmerdale is. I think Emmerdale's filmed up there. Oh, I did not comment. I was writing one out. You know what happened, Joe? I'll tell you what happened. Joe. I was writing a comment out and it went. the video disappeared. I don't know whether he did another one. I don't know what happened, but we were both commenting me on the ways, and I probably just haven't. Probably just got sidetracked, mate. But yeah, man, I will comment on Sean. Don't worry about that, fella. Don't worry about that, mate. Big shout out. Anyone who doesn't follow Banter City, you know, Banter City is Sean Wayne's little city that he's created on YouTube. I think they call it a play on words, don't they? No. It's all cleverly done anyway. And whoever's making the news or whoever's tickling Sean's fancy that day will probably have a starring part. These are the killer for me now. Well, they're not killer. Because no matter what you think about vapes, it's got to be better than smoking, hasn't it? Surely. It's got to be. It's got to be better than smoking. Don't care what you say. I knew that was going to run out as well. What's it got? Brand spanker. So did anyone know that these vapes, yeah? So the ones you buy in the shops are already, the government are already whinging about them, yeah. Basically, I don't know what taxes on them or whatever, but they're only allowed to sell ones with 600 puffs. They're the legal ones. Anything over that is basically you're not allowed to sell them. But they're openly available online, like anything. Cheaper online as well. So the ones in the shops, not much bigger than that. So you get one like this in the shops, totally legal, yeah. 600 puffs. I think the cheapest one you can get is about £5, £4.99 or £5.99. Then online, with a few clicks of a button, yeah, on the right website, 6,000 puffs, about 100 different flavours, for £8. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? PP, have you tried the THC vapes? Because I know you're partial to the odd doobie. You know, if PP's giving you the backing, PP's backing you, you're a winner. But as the first ones that I have tried, and I know they're in the early stages, but because we're always miles behind other countries, aren't we? From somebody who isn't a heavy weed smoker, they're decent. Sean, what's happening with Big Vlad now? Because I never see Big Vlad. I know Genghis is about. That's still #1 enemies or what? Like, what's going on there? That was time ago, that wasn't it? Because at one point, it was like, I don't know, it was taking over, wasn't it? Sean Wayne was like, he had a target on his back, didn't he? He rides alone. Sean Wayne rides alone. Yeah, runts, mate. You tried them, Paula? Decent, nice packaging. But who can tell me this, right? So we've got a few weed smokers in the chat, right? So let's get this right. This is a THC vape, yeah? It's got oil in it. Should I be able to smell green off that? Should there be any hint of green off that? Does THC smell of green, or is it the plant that smells? Because the first day we got them, it's all I could smell. But they don't smell now. It smells of the whatever flavour vape it is. So the smoke that I'm blowing out with this, it shouldn't smell of weed. Right, it smells of weed a bit, see? It smells of weed a bit. Should it though? Should it? PP's on it there, isn't he? PP, mate, I'm looking for a sideline, like. Right. He's right. It will have terpenes in as well. So are we saying that these THC vapes, they do smell a little bit of green, yeah? Respect, Sean, respect. Big quiz coming soon as well, mate. I want you there. Want all the big hitters there as well, because Barry's lurking. Barry will be lurking. See, the only way to catch Barry out, because I know he works now. I think he works 9 till 5, but an ideal time for Barry is like 8 o'clock. So we'll have to try and make him a bit earlier than that. You know, Barry, like, he'd make sure he was off, wouldn't he? What, you've never tried them ones, or you've never tried any THC vapes? No. Thought you'd have been on that, PP. You'd save a fortune in Rizzlers, man. Talking to Rizzlers, I've seen Yeti's been floated about. Yeti, I know you watch, mate. If you're there, get yourself on, man. Yeti's a legend. Love Yeti over here, man. It's absolutely fucking nuts, like, but still love him. Who else has been floating about? I've seen. Good series for you to watch as well. Mentioned it on the last one, I think, as well. It's called Kin, K-I-N. Yes, Scouse, how you doing, Scouse? Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself. Another one who we don't see very often now. Yeah, Kin, K-I-N. Anyone who hasn't seen that, it's right up this community street. There's a lot of Irish in there around here. Basically, it's based in Dublin, and it is about the cartel. It's about the cartel in Dublin. Brilliant it is. I think it's 2 seasons. We watched them all in a couple of nights. It was one of them. That's when you know it's something good, when you do 2 seasons in a couple of days. Afternoon Giant 65. Yeah boy. Yeah boy. Portos. Portos the cat sniffer. What's your cats? PB yeah. It's like, I don't know. See, I'm not an expert, but the THC bit is the bit that gets you stoned. I know that. And the other bit's CBD, isn't it? But I know them CBD drops. I've had them. I've tried them. Under the tongue. It tastes horrible. But I think the green bit, the pungent smell that we all know and a lot of people dislike, because you don't seem to be able to leave the house to go to the shops without smelling green, do you? You always get a whiff of green somewhere. But yeah, should I be able to smell green out of that THC vape? Scouser, have you seen PB's videos, man? Go and have a look at this channel. PB's smashing it with the carps. Big, massive things, man, like 2-handers. And just to put it to bed, he did video. We seen him getting in, we seen him landing one as well. You even showed it right at the end. I was like, come on, PB, get it in that net. And right at the end, he did just manage to, with about 3 seconds to go, you seen it in his net, so he did catch it. I can verify that. I think he was up around the £30 mark on it, PP. Scouser's a bit of an angler as well. I think he's done a bit of sea fishing and that. Well, this is it. Until I seen that video slip, till I seen him actually land it, I was the same, mate. I was like, come on, PP. That's it. This is where all the rumours come from, King, innit? It's like you've got to prove yourself on it, haven't you? You can't just say something. It's got to be proved. Like the Northern King's there, having to go PP, but look at himself with these stunning photographs of the Durham nightlight, sundown over Durham. I mean, is he getting them off Google? Is he? How does he prove he isn't? You big puff. PP, what's happening with you? What's happening with Expo anyway? I heard he's having problems with his monetization, isn't it? But he's my thoughts on that. So I don't know how much he's making legitimately from being monetized, you know, off adverts and stuff like that. Because I don't, it's not much, you know. He's not making big bucks off that, but it's his donations, isn't it? But if you watch any of Expo's lives, any of his good ones, he's not getting many super stickers, which super stickers, you can only buy a super sticker if your channel's monetized. You know, you'll see at the bottom there'll be like a little dollar sign. I think there's one on mine there, but don't anybody buy me any super stickers. Just don't, yeah. But if you look at Expo's lives, most of his are buy me coffees, aren't they? And the buy me coffee, I don't think you don't have to be monetized to have a buy me a coffee. So I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had monetized, because you can't play music. There's a lot of things you can't do. And well, have you been posting more, have you? Now, might be onto a little winner there, you know, King. Especially tonight. Sky's a bit crazy, isn't it, at the minute? Yeah, but last night, that's what I'm going to say. Last night's live apparently was about football, wasn't it? On Exposed. I think he's gonna struggle, you know, to keep the football theme up. Like, I know the new season's starting, and I am going to try and be the official Dream Team Fantasy Football League channel for this season. I'm going to watch quite a few matches, and going to have like a couple of nights a week or days. We'll do lives where it's just all about football. I don't know, the fixtures are out now, aren't they? I think I heard something on Talk Sport the other day when I was in the car. It was the director of Luton, the chairman of Luton, saying all the stuff he's getting done to the ground, what they're having to get done. They've had to rearrange the first game of the season. They've had to rearrange it because the stadium isn't ready. Yeah, if you look on the Times news and weather, yeah, there's always some stunning pictures on there. Scouser, this is a bit early for you. You're not normally on this early. You normally like pop up on a night. I think your last live, Scouser, was a bit. Your last live was a bit of a beauty, actually. Very, very topical. I don't know. You probably can't remember it, and I wish it was still up. I wish it was still up, but it isn't. I don't know if you've deleted it or put it on private, but if you haven't deleted it, Scouser, do us a favour, put that live back up just for one day. Just for one day, mate. I'll appreciate that. But yeah, you went a bit nuts. I was watching. PP, of course, is the CEO, and he has been the CEO of Expo's channel for a long time. And you know, back in Expo's right hand man there. I hope you get well paid for that, well, PP, because like a lot of people who watch know that there ain't no show without PP on Expo. And that little bit he does at the start, whose idea was that, PP? Come on. Whose idea was that, you know, before you go live where you pretend that you're not live? Go, oh yeah, tell so-and-so. Oh, we're live. Oh, don't worry. Just play the intro, it'll be all right. Nice little gimmick, like. Are they up? Are they still up? I hope they are, mate. I hope they are. Yeah, man. PP's the best angler, isn't he? Right, like it's going to be a lot of. There's a lot of. It's hard to turn it round, isn't it? It's like anything. It's like chalk and cheese, isn't it? Although it depends who we get on. If you get people on, he wouldn't be able to do it on his own. Not a chance. Because he's relying on Expo relies on his panels a lot, doesn't he? Well, fair play. I mean, he's put the work in. Give him that. I'd say I think like a lot of us in here, we all remember the FIFA days, don't we? The FIFA days with Uncle K, Haaland, Monk. There's a few others as well, on there. I remember watching them every night. Funny as fuck. Till it all went a bit pear-shaped, didn't it? Yeah, Scouser, I'll be looking for that last live, mate, because I don't think you've done one since. But it was quite funny, eh? Well, Matty's been flying about as well, hasn't he? Has anyone seen Matty about? I think he was on. The cesspit was on the other night and he had quite a few in. And he had about 6 people on the panel, didn't he? About 6 people on the panel. And it was back to the old cesspit. But I think he's another one. Matty's been told that it'll never be monetized, the cesspit. You've got to get the name dropped in there, mate. PP, what do you think? You know PP, right? He's a little secret. He's a little secret. So PP remembers me from Fighting Trolls. Yeah, Pablo days. I only went on the panel a few times, but I was a mod on there, and you know we all know PP had a good relationship with Pablo at one point, didn't he? But since they had a little falling out, didn't they? Every time I booked into PP on this YouTube, I always asked him about Pablo. Didn't mention Pablo once, did I, mate, there when you were on? Was that to move forward, didn't it? Even though he has done a video the other day, didn't he? You've got to, don't you, Scouts? You've got to, mate. Here, don't let this fella here, right, fool you. He's the biggest wind-up merchant on here. He's one of them. He's the Dark Destroyer. Although he does fall for a lot of tricks, like whenever he's live, we always try to wind him up. Like, we got the link for Dan Druff. Scouts is going, have you got the link for Dan Druff? Who's Dan Druff? Has anyone heard of dandruff? The best one though, funniest one ever, what was it? Scott Chegg. That is the funniest fucking one I've ever heard. Like, Scott Chegg. Scouser fell right for it. We got the link for Scott Chegg. Toss him off. That was Louise's, that one. Like, you fell for that one as well. It's like it's happening to a lot of people. YouTube's fucked up at the minute. While you're here, PP, because you're involved in a big channel, yeah. Everyone in here knows I've got a like a niggly thing with these headlamps, and I get tortured over it because I bang on about them. You know, when people come on the panel, say Expo, and it's still happening now. This Expo will have 5 people on the panel, and only one of them will have an avatar. The other 4 will be white headlamps, what we call them. Now, if you've got a comment pinned as the host, if you've got a comment pinned, all you've got is a screen full of these white headlamps. You don't know who they are unless you know the voice. But it's been going on for about a year. And I've actually, as much as I hate it, I think I've only done 2 videos on it, and I used Expo as one example. But I don't know, it just spoils it, like. And nobody's been able to sort it out. Nobody's been able to come up and tell us exactly what it is and why it happened. But you pay good money for StreamYard. If it is the StreamYard fault, you pay good money for StreamYard. And you're not getting what you pay for, basically. So what brings you here today, Scouts? Had a bit of time off, or what are you, or was it the golf? Was it the golf thing you were interested in, or what? Let me see if your live's still up, Scouts. Because it was fucking hilarious, mate. And I really wish I knew how to edit. I knew my way around this bloody computer thing. You know, if I could edit, this would be the #1 channel on YouTube, let me tell you. Because a man's got ideas, loads of ideas, but it's putting them ideas on the screen in it and all the logistics and everything. That's what does me head in. But I have asked a few times. Oh, it's still there, Scouts. Still there. There's 2. Oh, it's still there, Scouts. It's still there. We could ramp this up a little bit, like. You know the one I'm on about, Scouser? You know what I'm on about, don't you? He's my mate Mickleback. Yo.
Yo.
Oh, you've changed your avatar. Good lad.
I've tried to get my name off it, but I can't.
Does anyone know how I change them names on the screen? I haven't done it for that long. I don't know how to do it anymore. Get some scran right, Dennis.
I have, mate. I've got meat, Scotch pies and beans. Very nice.
You know you were about Scotch pies, right? There's a lad on here called Scott Chegg.
Scotch
Second.
egg. Piss off, man.
Scotch egg. And dandruff.
Aye, right, aye.
Oh, there's some beauties, are they like? You know the type, don't you? You know, like Ivor Biggin and that.
Yeah.
Dixie Normas. That's the funniest one I heard. That was Scotch egg, like, fucking hell. It's like looking at one of the things from work, in it. The last time I looked at the
register.
Yeah, the last time I looked at the people who work here from the agency, it was like, fucking, I can't even pronounce 90% of the names.
They couldn't either, could they?
Well,
we had a U lad starting on the ride on. And,
oh yeah,
he's from Stockton area.
yeah.
Big lad. He's only 21, but I would say he's easy 6'6", built like a brick shit out. Like, as soon as he got on it, the wheel just buckled. Just snapped the wheel. He weighed too much for us. No.
Has there been any major disasters or anything like that?
Nah, not really, mate.
Anything blowing up?
Yeah. You know what operates 19? The compressor outside.
Yeah.
That's knackered.
It is.
No, it's brand new and all, isn't it? It's not that old. But
it's pretty new, like.
They've had to hire compressors in to get big compressors to run it till they get it fixed. Yeah, apart from that, mate, that's about it. Yeah, they took a couple of setters off here shift. Put them on to be.
Have they?
You know, I don't know what you call them. Everybody thought he was gear off here shift. He had a bit of a beard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know either. That's nothing.
None of them do, man. No, none of them do.
It's great for us, you know, because it's not running. Once something happens, that's it, you know. It's tough for the rest of the shift because nobody can deal out with it.
That's it. Like, my main gripe now, right? Everyone in the chat knows, like, that I'm off work at the minute anyway. But my main gripe at the minute is that, like, the 100% trying to get rid of everyone who's been there a long time. For the simple fact, then, is because they know that they can't be treated like what they want to treat people like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who've been there years, you know, they're like, I'm not doing that. Well, they don't like them people anymore. They like the people that just jump, you know, when they say jump.
Yeah.
And that's all it is now, and it's the same everywhere, man. It's cheap labour. You can see the way it's going. It's fucking going downhill, man.
That's not good, like. Not good at all.
Manufacturing and that. I mean, yeah, it's not about the staff anymore. You do well if you get a decent company and that who look after you, but there is many of them.
You wouldn't like it now anyway. They've got on day shift, you know, them QAs, quality.
Oh, yeah.
They've got 5.
Of that.
All working day shift. It's an absolute nightmare.
But that's going to be the death of the place as well. Because when you buy something, right, when this is to anyone, right, when you buy something, all you want it to do is like fit for purpose, I think they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
It's got to be fit for purpose, right? If it's fit for purpose, then that's it. But when you're putting these like specifications on something that you know can't be achieved, you can't win. No. That's what's happening in there now. We can't keep that specification up that they want with their machines.
They just they're knocking them off willy-nilly for now, like, you know, knocking them off and gone through all the products and that for now. Absolutely mad. We've got a new health and safety woman started yesterday. I just seen her shaking. Yeah. She was just shaking her head everywhere she went, looking at stuff. But you know where the wrapper is? There's a hole in the roof. Right next to the wrapper is where all the electrical boxes, isn't it? The big, massive one. Yeah. And the water's dripping onto there. Know what I mean? I've had to move all their computer and that forward so it doesn't get wet. But I'm not taking out about it.
Mate, you know yourself. You can walk in that factory any time of the day or night, and you'll have a nightmare. You'll just, if you were health and safety, you'd shut the place down, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you wanted to be fussy and what pisses me off is, when they have an audit, like any factory has an audit once a year, don't they?
We've got
To get your
BRC in
BRC, yeah.
August the 15th. Is the all shitting themselves now?
Yeah. So they know that this bloke's coming, yeah, on the 15th of August. So what they'll do, like they've always done, a week before they'll start tidying up one a little bit, cleaning machines out.
Yeah.
So all it does, right, by the 15th, the place will be immaculate, right? And we all know that is not reality, is it? That's not the reality of the factory. That's never like that. But it will be this day when this bloke comes in. Yeah. And he's not daft either. He's not daft. He knows he's going to get buttered up. He's going to get a dinner from number 4, isn't he?
Of course he is.
And he's going to get treated like a king for the 2 days that he's there. And he'll end up giving us 3 stars or whatever it is, right? But as soon as he goes out the door, we've got to keep up to that 3-star standard. We know we can't.
Yeah.
So they're fucked up already. That's how they're fucking up. Yeah. We can't do that 3-star standard. It's impossible.
What they want to do is just come on like the hard knock, you know what I mean, and just call in. Don't give them a date and just come in, you know what I mean, and then see how it properly run.
God, yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, they'd shut the place down, mate.
As much as I hate to say it, right, when the other one was there, tall blonde-haired bloke, yeah, you know who I'm on about.
Yeah, John.
No, the other one, Bentham.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
As much as you didn't like him, he got stuff done in that. You know what I mean?
It's only now you realise how canny he was. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, when we were owned by the Italians, he was even all right then, because after COVID, you were never going to see them Italians again. Yeah.
No.
So the company was ran out. We wanted it to run, and it was all right. But now it's horrible place.
Are you on the drink, Moon?
Only that, if you can call that drink, like. Saying that, you partial to Foster's, aren't you?
I'm gonna crack one open now.
Is that your go-to lager then, Foster's?
Aye, always has been.
Has it? I don't like Foster's, mate.
When I'm out on the drink, if I'm like out in the club or something, I'll drink Carlin. I don't drink Foster's on draft, but I can't drink Carlin in cans for some reason.
Well, even Carlin's old school, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Carlin's the amount of lagers that are out there now. Fucking hell. But you go to the spa now or whatever, and you spoil for choice, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh.
How do you cut down?
There's a Lugo's playing tonight, friendly against the German team.
Are they?
Yep, that's 5. Oh, I might watch that tonight.
Are they putting them on Sky? Are they putting all the friendly?
No. Just get them on the box, you know.
Have you seen any? I watched a film yesterday. Dennis Sisu. I was telling the chat about it. SISU.
Any good?
Yeah, it's a bit far-fetched, but it's like a bit of a Tarantino one, you know, the way it's made. Right. Like, it's worth a watch though. SISU, worth a watch. Sisu.
I never get bloody time to watch out.
Do you not?
I'm watching at the moment. You know that Picard Enterprise, Star Trek.
You know what? I'm not going to lie, Dennis. Right, my worst nightmare is Doctor Who and Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
So you're into Star Trek?
Ah, right, Trekkie like that. Aye.
What's
Yeah.
that? They brought a new film out. Peter, wasn't he the bald-headed one?
Yeah. He got assimilated by the Borg.
Yeah.
You'll not know what I'm on about. But it's in the series though. I think there's only
Oh.
three series of it that been made. I'm on to the second one there now.
Yeah.
But they fetched out the U series and all the Star Trek U beginning, so I might give that a shot afterwards.
So I'm not totally against like what's it called, Trekkie and all that. Like,
Right.
what's it called? Thingy fiction,
Science fiction.
science fiction, yeah. Because I like Star Wars until they started like going backwards and all that.
Yeah, they did.
No.
That's the way they made the films, wasn't it? Start from the backwards and went onwards.
Cheers for that, Slim. Science fiction. That was the one. My memory is fucking terrible, mate. But so Star Wars was good, yeah. The original one's good, right? But obviously, whoever's thought of it, and if you think about it, whoever's thought of the idea to start going backwards, prequels.
Mm.
It's a bit genius, really, because there's been a lot of series out where the series have come to an end, been belted, like Walking Dead or Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, perfect example, brilliant series, right? But they've come to the end of it, so they had an idea to go backwards to before it became Breaking Bad, and it was called Better Call Saul. I don't know if you've seen it, Better Call Saul.
You do
Brilliant, man.
Do films and all, they're doing it with that Will Smith and all. I'm Legend.
Oh, yeah.
They're making another one, but they're making it like before that one started because he got killed at the end of it.
Yeah. See, that's what it is. When they kill someone off, it's fucked. When they kill someone off, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite genius, really, though, to go back, but they're all doing it now. All the big series are all like going back to before the characters even were characters.
We're making money in it. I'm waiting for the Harry Potter. Waiting for them coming back.
Well, even them, right? Even them, the first one I liked because it was realistic. It was realistic. It wasn't too over the top. But as they got bigger and bigger, and the special effects got better, it sort of lost its thing for me. Yeah. You're off, PP. Nice one, mate. Cheers for popping in for that. Yeah, the Harry Potter ones, I mean, I couldn't tell you any of the last few. Couldn't even tell you them. But the first one.
I've seen them all. And read all the books.
Have you?
I used to take them on holiday with us when I went to Cyprus and that, and just read a book. Sit and bake.
Do you think people still read books? Like, I mean, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's because they brought audio books out now. I think audio books are great, like, especially if you're in the car. You've got a long journey or something. I just can't be bothered reading. I couldn't imagine me just turning everything off and sitting here reading a book. Like,
I like autobiographies and stuff,
Yeah, if I was gonna, it would be an autobiography. Yeah. Mostly
Stevie G, Kenny Dalglish, Liverpool orientated. I've got a load of them. They're good reads.
Yeah, they are, man. They are. There's just that many of them, though, as well.
There is, like, you're right. Oh.
Will you be watching any of the golf like tennis over the next few days? It'll be.
I will do, mate. I'll probably in between the Ashes and whatever.
Are we doing in the Ashes?
Wait, I haven't checked. I was watching it earlier on, and Australia were putting the bat, and there were 140 odds for 3. But England need to win this one. Is
this the third test or the fourth?
Fourth. They're 2-1 down, so they need to win this one to force, like the last one at Lord's. Easier said than done. Because it's
how often the Ashes? Every 2 years?
Every year, I think.
Is it every year now?
I think so. could be wrong, mate.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think it is.
Cricket's one of them. Like the Test cricket's totally different, isn't it? They're like the 2020, and I like the 2020.
Yeah, I like the 2020 as well.
But test cricket, you've got to be into it, haven't you?
I really only watched the Ashes. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really watch any others. I mean, sometimes I will do. I'm not a massive fan. Not a test match of cricket. The 2020 is good because it's all action, isn't it? They are just swinging and going for it. Like,
Just going to put this one out, Dennis. You might not know what I'm on about. You might, but you might not. But people in the chat, right? What do we think about Brian Cockrell? Do you know Brian Cockrell?
I've heard of his name, haven't I?
The tax man.
No.
He come to fame, right, in the 90s when he spent a couple of months taxing people in Middlesbrough with Lee Duffy. Yeah.
Right.
Now, Lee Duffy's like he's dead now. He's been dead a long time, but he's still like his stories and that are still quite relevant now. You know, a lot of people are doing a lot of channels on here, namely Brian Cockrell, who has got he's got about 30,000 subs, I think. And lately, a chat like this, when he goes live like this, Dennis, he's been getting like 300 people in, which is a lot, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But all he's doing is retelling Lee Duffy stories. So that's what people want to hear, you know, they're loving it. They love it. If you stop talking about them, his chat would go down to about 180, 100, which it has been. But the question I'm going to ask the chat, right, is I don't know if they've heard of Jamie Boyle, right, who's an author from Middlesbrough. And he's in this, he's if you believe what Brian says, Jamie Boyle is got a hate campaign against Brian Cockrell, right? His channel, it's got really personal, and it's got like the police have been involved loads. You know, there's been death threats and all sorts, right? But Brian's built this channel on it. You know, his channels grew because of this falling out that they've had, him and this author.
Right.
But to people in the chat, right, did anybody see that post that got shared by Paul Venice, right? Paul Venice, fact, I know you know what I'm on about, right? So Paul Venice shared one of Jamie Boyle's community posts the other day, slagging Brian off. And does anyone else find that weird that Paul Venice, quite a stand-up, well, I would say he's quite a stand-up, you know, he's a reformed character, but he's sharing this Jamie Boyle's post, so he's sort of backing him, right? So what you've got, Dennis, is you've got Brian Cockrell on one side saying that this Jamie Boyle is basically got this massive hate campaign against him where his windows have been put through a few times, his car's been set on fire. And if you believe Brian, this Jamie Boyle's the biggest rat going, you know what I mean? But then you've got Paul Venice, he's got quite a good name on YouTube, you know, he's a reformed character, but he's backing this Jamie Boyle. And it throws a spanner in the works, you know what I mean? Because you've got two decent people backing different people. Definitely not a millionaire, fact. Definitely not a millionaire, because I don't know him personally, but I've heard enough to know that he's not a millionaire. He has wrote loads of books. He writes books on gangsters and stuff, Dennis.
All right.
He has done about, I'm not sure how many, but he's, I don't know. He's definitely not a millionaire. But you won't know about all this, Dennis. You know, all the shit that goes on.
Not really.
There's another side to it, mate. Like all these people in our chat here, Dennis. we all mix in the same circles, yeah. So on this corner of YouTube where we are, it's a tiny corner, right? There's probably 10, 15 channels what we all go in the chats and we all watch, or we all jump on panels like we are. And like, if you don't watch them, you won't really be able to like see what's going on. But the best way to describe it is it's like a soap opera, Dennis.
Mm.
You know, and one day somebody will be the main character of one channel and something will kick off on a channel and everyone will be talking about it.
Right.
The next day it'll be somebody else, mate. And I don't even know if I'd want to get you into it because you'd probably fucking hate me for it. But it's fucking mad. It's mad. It takes over some people's lives, mate. Yeah.
The most I get you with Mo.
You doing? It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah. You're staying out tonight or watching some porn?
Oh my god, it's 10 past fucking 5. Swear down, Louise has just walked in there. I said, what are you doing in? She said, it's 10 past 5. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll have another 5 minutes, Dennis. And honestly, I thought it was about 4 o'clock.
My match kicks off.
So what's that on, Jen? Is that on the box or?
It's on LFC TV. But it's also under friendlies on the box, you know. You do all the friendlies as well. So
I've had a few problems with my with my original Fire Stick that's worked brilliantly for about 3 years. Just over the last month, it's just been saying no signal right in the middle of a program, just going off.
have you cleared your cache?
It's I don't know, because we've got 3 in the house now, 3 Fire Sticks. 2 of them are brand new and mine. But it's like I like mine because I know all the setup on it, and when I go on YouTube, it's got all my channels saved. But when I go to watch something, it'll come on and then it'll just go off and say no signal. Fucking us up. So I might have to. I've had my month's worth out.
Oh boy.
I think they're only charging about 40 quid a year or something now, aren't they?
I pay £50 a year. But
I mean, you could even do it.
It's better
You
than
can do it yourself, can't you? But
better than the £90 odd I was paying a month for the Sky. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
It amazes me because we've still got Sky here, right? And I say to Louise, we don't need it, but because we get the internet through it, and it isn't brilliant internet either. You know what I mean? It's better internet.
I'm the same, mate. I've got the Sky internet as well.
It's not brilliant, is it?
The only thing I miss about Sky is you can pause the bloody telly. And that's the only thing I miss. I can get out for a tab anytime I want. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to miss out. I can just pause it.
So you know when you put your Fire Stick on, what app are you using to watch like movies and that? Is it Glass? Sky Glass?
No, it was just the old
Jungle.
Sky. Wasn't
Jungle TV. Have you heard of Jungle TV? That's what we're using now.
I'm using PPM.
There must be loads of them, like, you know, because when it goes off and you have to ring the lad up, he'll say, right, put this code in, and you connect into somewhere in Germany, you know, the signal that's coming from Germany or something. But Sky, Sky's dead, isn't it?
It's mad, isn't it, man? Because it was okay at first, and then they went like the American way of charging for every channel. You know what I mean? Separate ones, like for your Sky Golf, your Sky Cricket. You couldn't keep up with all of them. And then you've got your BT on top of that. That's about 40 quid a month. You know? Why? Just get them all for £50 a year, you know what I mean? It's no different.
Exactly. I bet there's a really low percentage of people, like, in England with them boxes, even though they know that they've got that good now with it. I mean, Fire Sticks are the best ones that there's been, you know. Because you can just take it out with your telly and go plug it into any other telly, can't you? Come on.
Yeah, spot on.
But, and I think they've gone past the scrambling bit now, haven't they? You know, where they kept saying, oh, they're going to scramble it and all your signal's going to go. They've gone past all that now.
Yeah, they kind of do it, mate, man. There's that many of them, you know what I mean? They kind of police it. So,
but the Fire Stick is, I mean, that's from Amazon, isn't it? Amazon.
Yeah.
It's company.
Yeah.
The Fire Stick's just like the portal, isn't it? What all the information's going on, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like it's not illegal to have a Fire Stick. It's as soon as you put all these apps on it and set it out, that's what's illegal.
Yeah, but they kind of, to be fair, they've caught two big ones, haven't they? In the last couple of months, they caught two big ones and they've charged them, but they couldn't charge any of the customers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what
yeah,
I mean. There's like loopholes in there. There's loopholes and stuff.
Yeah, couldn't charge them. You're gonna do it, you know what I mean?
But it's like when, you know, say like a pub, say a busy pub, right? So they surely must be paying more for their Sky, you know, because they know there's loads of people going to be coming in to watch them.
I think
watch the matches and that. I bet they must pay a fortune.
Yeah. Dread to think.
Yeah. Right, Dennis, mate.
Right.
That's going to be all for today. Cheers for coming on, though, mate. Good talk to you. Make sure we jump on the next one. There'll be one in the next, probably tomorrow anyway.
Right.
See how the golf goes.
Mate.
Nice one, fella.
Okay, watch what you're doing. See you later.
Yeah. Good speaking to you, mate. Yeah, man, everyone in the chat. I didn't realise the time there. It's absolutely flew over that. But yeah, been a good one, man. 2 and 3/4 hours. We've had PP on. We've had Ashley on. That seemed like ages ago, didn't it? Good little chat with Ashley. Yeah, man. So I find it hard to really do this, you know. Finding songs and shit. Straight out with an old favourite. Respect everyone. I will say me byes while the sun's up,
Yeah, this song's gonna be about smoking talk. So I think you'll understand if you smoke talk, you'll be pure loving this like. Will them drums are proper rhythmical as fuck them like. I'm having a bit of that dick, cause I'm a gangster. You don't have to be a gangster to fucking smoke talk. All you've gotta be is absolutely class. If you take drugs, people look up to you. La 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 la, I smoke talk. I discovered resin at the age of 4. I found it on me uncle's on his kitchen floor. It was pure brown with a little bit of green. I smoked the fuck a lot, but me father seen. He said, well, buzzcocks don't smoke talk. You end up like a gangster and I don't want that. I said, father, you're a little Doyle. Get us a pipe and some fucking tin foil, cause I'm gone to the god to get off me face. I'm only 4 years old, but I know me place. I'm a gangster, a smoker, an absolute pure joker. You don't have to be a gangster to fucking smoke talk. All you've gotta be is absolutely class. If you take drugs, people look up to you. La 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 la, I smoke talk. Me granda kept his resin and his wooden leg to get a couple of a joint. I had to pure beg. I'd say, yeah, granda, a couple off that. If you didn't give us any, then I'll bring your fucking back. I nausea my granda, but you're being pure tight. If I didn't get me top, then there's gonna be a fight. Me granda said, no, get off me fucking case. So I spot the spark a root and really burn his face. I know that sounds rough, cause he's in me family tree. If he doesn't shave talk, that's the way it's gonna be. Me granda said, sorry, buzz, cops have been a spanner. You can have a blood, just didn't tell your nana. I said, well, that's pure on the slide, but I didn't give a fuck, cause I wanna get high. Higher and higher, up to the sky. Me granda got blitzed and he started to cry. I said, yeah, granda, what should I do? Me granda said, no, I'm pure proud of you. You don't have to be a gangster to fucking smoke talk. All you've gotta be is absolutely clean. tackling.